Hey, so today I'm going to do something I never done before, which is review a beverage for the second time. I just rewatched the video, and then the first time I watched it, I gave it like an 8, maybe even like an 8.5, and I said it could be like my third favorite energy drink. But since that video, I tried a lot of like different options. Even like at the top of my head, I can think of like some that I've liked. Because like I think that the fig and apple one is still my favorite. I haven't had it in a while because that was a seasonal one that didn't really stick around. But that is definitely the one I've had the most. And then there is like this Monster Energy drink. Like that is not like the mango local one, which is kind of like a juice. It is kind of like the tealish, dark tealish, can, and it. Like I tried that a couple of times because I found it on sale. Same thing with this one. It was on sale, so I was like, you know what? Let me just see where things stand. I've already opened it because usually I cannot drink energy drinks, so I usually split. I only eat like gonna get half of it, and then I separate, I give half of it to my dad. So I've already done that. And this one is passion fruit and melon. As I said in the other one, it's refreshing, and I am drinking it again as I said I would. But to be fair, like I don't think I've ever drank any energy drink that like I wouldn't try again. The one that I was thinking about, which was the blueberry and vanilla one, which is the most recent Red Bull that they had. Like I already bought 2 cans of that, so I did try a second time, although I wouldn't really think I would buy it again. But that one I probably should like try it again down the line, because I think that the reason why I maybe didn't really like as much is because I created high expectations for it, for it to be like one of my favorites ever, and then like it didn't really correspond to that. But it wasn't bad. As I said, I drank 2 cans of it, and the first one was a little disappointing, but the second one I really liked it, and my dad also really liked it. It is very sweet, so like if you like sweet things, you wouldn't like that one. This one, on the other hand, I think because passion fruit, it is kind of like there's a little sourness to it. I think a lot of people would like it, and also like melon. Both of these things can be sweet. I mean, I think passion fruit not so much, but like melons, they can be really really sweet depending on like what type of melon. But I do think that they pick one that is not really, I wouldn't get rid of it. Once you get rid of it, it is very palatable. It is nice. But I haven't had nicer ones as that. There was that champagne energy drink that I drink, which honestly it is top 2. I think I like it so much that I could actually maybe take the place of figs and apple. But like you could say that is like really up there. There was the one that is like there was like a pre-gels one, which was a cherry flavor, which is not great, but it was so refreshing that I really liked it. There was once upon a time this a milkshake on Burger King that it was like a special edition one where they kind of, it was like that house, like the, it's not really candy because like the black one is like very, it's not bitter, it's like very minty. It's like a very potent flavor, and it was delightful with the milkshake. I tried it twice at a time, but I wanted to try it so much more. By the third time I got there, it was no longer there. But it was that flavor, so I really like that one. Honestly, the only thing that keeps it from being like at the very top is the fact that it was cherry flavored, and I don't really like it. I try to keep I usually keep some of the cans of like the energy drinks that I was drinking, and then one day I just threw them all out, and then later I decided to start collecting them again, and I've had them all for, I think, since I started this little series on my channel, like where I'm just trying energy drinks. I had them there. I regret throwing like the other ones away because I thinking about like the 2 winter editions, one being apple and figs, and the other one that was pear and I think cinnamon, that was like this dark red color. And then like the other one was like this dark tealish color, and they were just really nice to look at. I like the new winter ones, which are kind of like pastels, but like those ones, they were also like looking really good. I hope they bring out, like as I said, the apples and fig one, like that was really good. And I said that this could be a third place. I like it, but I don't even think it cracks the top 10, to be honest. It does correct the top 10, but it's like 9 or 10. I do think that they chose fruits that actually mix well together, and I really like the combination. Once again, very refreshing. It does feel like summer. That is an interesting one because, for example, blueberry and vanilla, which is like this winter edition, one of those that I'm like, what's winter in it? You know, like it could be I don't know, same thing with like the pomelo one. Pomelo is a citric fruit. I associate citric fruits with, you know, summer. You know, like when it's hot and you're drinking stuff that is going to be refreshing. The fig and apple ones, like that one, like feels like winter. I don't know why. I think maybe it's the can, you know, that it was like this more somber color. But also the, you know, like the beer and the other one, which I think is berry cinnamon, which is also really nice, but it did not make, you know, like the top 5. So bottom line is, I would give this a 7.5. It is nice. I don't dislike it. But I feel like compared to all the different flavors that I've tried since, it is not. I think I tried like more interesting flavors. Like, you know, the green apple one, delightful. I had, you know, the peach one, also great. I'm not talking about like the juice, the iced tea. I also like the iced tea, but I'm just comparing energy drinks. So, you know, the mango one is also great. The pink monster one, which is kind of like this punch flavor, is also great. So yeah, the point is that I said this could be kind of like my 3rd favorite. Right now, it's still in the top 10, but like really down the line. But it's still refreshing. I can think of like many drinks that you could make with this. And I would drink it again. You know, just that there are other things that I like. So, you know, what changed? I gave it an 8.5. I gave it a 7.5. It's not that it's worse than it was when I last drank it. It's just that I tasted more interesting flavors since then. Not just more interesting, but flavors that I really liked, you know. So there's that. 7.5. Still really like it. It's still refreshing. Still delightful. I do find that this is delightful, this flavor. You know, pineapple, passion fruit, and melon. Like, I think if you made juice out of like this juice, it would be great. I usually like, you know, juice. As far as like all the different beverages that there are out there, juice is like my favorite, followed by tea. So like if you made juice of these 2 flavors, it probably could be my favorite. And also like tea from this juice. I don't know how you make that, but you know, it could be great. So that's it. It's still as good as I first tried it, but it's not basic, I wouldn't say it, because this is like an interesting combination. But it's just that, I don't know, it kind of like it's, you know, fading to the background with like other flavors that I've tried. So anyways, bye.